130 reasons why I embraced atheism is that I no longer have to have irrational fear. So irrational fear is basically like having a phobia or anxiety about something that you have no factual or statistical reasons to be afraid of it. I always call it the us versus them mentality, where Christians seem to fear things they don't understand, don't agree with, or think is going to lure away their vulnerable groups of people like women and children away to something else. And I love atheism because how it teaches me about fear, how it shows how religious fear clouds objective thinking. I was watching a video earlier today about a gentleman, I forget his name, but if you Google it, you'll probably find it, where he believes that celebrating Halloween opens the door to demons and witchcraft. Now that I'm an atheist, I see how stupid it is for people, especially myself, to believe that witches are real and that magic and witchcraft and demons actually don't exist. They can't hurt you. They're myths. They're like Greek gods and Pegasus and King Arthur. They can't hurt you. They're not real. There's no evidence to prove that any of these people actually existed. They're just factual myths. And waking up as an atheist each day, I'm reminded of how much Christianity is rooted in the fear of the unknown, the fear of spiritual decay, basically the fear that anything that isn't associated with your religion is trying to lead you to the gates of hell. And I don't want to be a part of a religion that views difference of opinion as from the gates of Hades. I mean, I lived in fear. I mean, me not coming out for 18 years or even 7 months after becoming an atheist of just fear of, wow, I can't come out right now. I'm not ready. It's all internalized shame, fear, guilt, and just not being comfortable in your own skin. This is why atheism is great. I don't have to be afraid anymore. It's okay not to know everything. It's okay not to have all the answers. And I know that things like witches and demons don't exist. They're figments. They're created to explain something we're afraid of, something we fear, something we're not sure about. But I don't need anybody. I don't need anything to make me more afraid than I already am. And when you understand how the world works, or understands how it doesn't work, you're not going to be afraid of every little thing that religious people are afraid of. I mean, they're afraid of sex, they're afraid of consent, they're afraid of feminism and secular ideas. They're afraid of black people and queer people. They actually believe that if you sit next to a gay person long enough, you're going to catch the gay. And it must be physically exhausting to have to deal with these kind of issues like every single day. Can you imagine being afraid of every little thing that goes bump in the night? And trust me, most of the things that go bump in the night don't exist. I mean, we created the boogeyman to explain to people why things happen. And this is definitely why I like knowing the truth, and I like learning about the realities of life. Because when you understand how the world kind of works, you realize that these things don't exist. They can't hurt you. They're not real. They're just things. And that's what's so nice about all of this stuff. Why it's nice to know how stupid believing in witches are. Witches cannot hurt you. Witches want nothing to do with you. They don't exist. There's nothing. Witches have never existed. White men of privilege and white men of religion have created the witch idea to silence progressive women who were different, independent, and acted in ways that just weren't acceptable at that time. I mean, look at the Salem witch trials. They created the idea that witches were around to get power over people. The sad reality of life is that the most dangerous thing in the world isn't a witch, it's not a demon. It's a white man in power who thinks God gave him a message for today. And that's what I've learned. And I don't want to be a part of fear. Fear is a conversationalist starter. I joke about the things I'm afraid of. I'm most afraid of spiders. I don't think spiders are trying to lure me to the depths of hell, though. I mean, dolls creep me out, but I'm not afraid of them. I know that Chucky isn't real. I know things aren't going to jump out at me at night because they have a demon in them. I'm more worried about a cis white guy climbing through my window wanting to hurt me, not a demon that jumps into people. It's stupid. I mean, anyone who has any concept of the realities of the world will immediately reject the supernatural. There's no such thing. I've never seen the supernatural. It does not exist. And yet, there's some Christians who believe they have seen the supernatural. There's a group of people that have also seen Elvis. Doesn't mean it's true. And it's embarrassing. It makes religious people look bad. I'm just done living in fear. I don't care how my family sees me. I don't care if they accept me. I don't care if they think that the way I live is dragging me to hell. I just don't care anymore. If they don't like what I do, I'm not going to be afraid anymore. Because living your life in fear isn't living. It's existing. And the only thing you have to fear is fear itself, as FDR used to say. And that's okay. People who live in fear, I feel bad for them. And things like the satanic panic and the purity culture and hating Muslims, it's all about fear. It's not about reality and truth and all this and that. It's about fear. Because the basic parts of Christianity is about us versus them. Who's trying to persecute us? What are we afraid of this year? It's never about unity. It's always about divide and conquer. And I'm just tired with the whole fear thing. If people don't like what I do, if people have a problem with what I say, even though what I say and what I do is backed up with facts and scientific research, well, if you don't like it, you can always stand up and shove it up your butt. That's what I tell my family all the time. It's not your life. So, everyone just needs to mind their own business. And people who stir up fear and moral panic need to be called what they are. They're power-hungry people.